what am I going to do? I'm going to finish off the door, chop the worktop, oil it back up, and then that's done. I need to make some storage on this side, and that's going to be Rachel's storage over there. So I've got some 6mm ply. I think I'll rip that down, and I want to do some divides in the drawers for the cutlery and everything like that. So I think I'll rip some of that 6mm down for that as well. I'm gonna sneeze. They're my jobs for today. Oh, and maybe tool storage. We'll have a look at that. So there we go. I'll just sand that up now. Now we have a door that shuts and comes open because we're on a slant. I want to make things on the road, and I won't go into detail now what I'm going to make. Yeah, I've got quite a few ideas, but it just means getting all of my cordless power tools that I want to bring with me. So this side is just literally going to be for my power tools, but also I want to incorporate a sort of drying rack in there as well. I've had this thing for years. It's one of those fold out benches. They are quite weighty, so I basically want to divide this off, so this is just separate, just because obviously it can hold sawdust and stuff like that, and if I'm building this as like a drying area, I don't really want to combine the two. So a panel all the way across the back here, along the side, there'll be some dowels across the top for the drying rack, and then I just need to make like the racking for all of the tools that I need to go in here. One of these will be for like my hand tools, kind of like how this is now, but not such a fucking mess. Yeah, I'm gonna crack on with it now. Okay, so this is the almost finished result. Went and put my factory mounts in. Got a nice little rack for all the drills, heat guns, torch, and I was going to build loads of divides for all of this, but I think I'm just going to leave it all open like that. We've reused the rubber mat, or the vinyl, sorry, from the inside and put it in the bottom here, so I feel like even if these do rattle around, it's, I don't know, I'll see. I might end up doing it. It's another day. I've been busy as always. Just made Rachel a little wardrobe. I've made some divides for everything in the cutlery drawer and for the knife rack, and I've been playing around with this little cupboard, which is a lot of like electrics and places to store laptops and stuff like that. Little Bluetooth radio amplifier for the speakers, 2 ports with Type-C and fast charge USB, diesel heater and bubble system. Now, I have just taken a delivery of a barrel, and here it is. The idea is to chop a lot of it up, obviously, but in this bottom sort of section is going to be for like the wood storage, and then I'm going to put some ply for the wood burner to sit on, and all of this will sort of be cut away. There'll be nothing on top, so it'll weigh a lot less. And I thought it would be a great little, it looks massive out there, and I'm worried that it's going to take up a lot of room in here. But once I've chopped it around a little bit, yeah, we'll see. Yeah. It'll be alright. If it doesn't work, it's going to the recycling place, so I really hope it does work though. Is it too big? Is it too big? I'm just unsure if it's too big. But I've got this stuff, which obviously will go over the edge to obviously stop any sharp edges being on it, like I did earlier when I was trying to clean it all out. So I had to cut my hand open. That was nice. Shower. So because it's sheet material, what I did was buy the sort of sound deadening stuff, which does help, because this one doesn't have anything on it. See that? A bit more tinny, a bit more bass. But I've got some left over, so maybe in like the wood storage at the bottom I'll put some of this on it, just to help any rattle. I'm unsure. I don't know. I don't know if it's too big. I don't think it is. So, sorry I haven't filmed much of me building this, but my neighbour dropped it round to me the other day and I just sort of cracked on with it. And I'm well happy. It's turned out well good. Yeah, I had to cut it down a little bit more in height. I did have it a bit taller, but just mean I couldn't get to my lock. So yeah, I've just cut it down a little bit in height, but it's going to stop the melting of this plastic hopefully. And loads of wood storage, which we're going to need this year for sure. I want to try use this more than the diesel heater, so we'll have plenty of storage. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with all of that. Just a little bit short on I don't know what you call it. It's like a protective edging, so there's no metal for me to cut myself on. I used it for around the battery build area, and I had a little bit of offcut. Managed to get all of that out of it, and sadly just a little bit short. So the trusty bread knife strikes again. I'm not a happy bunny. Past few days have been pretty tough. Just trying to get everything to fucking work, really. So I haven't really shown you much of it, but this is the bubble system. I can't really review it at the moment. I can't say if it's good or it's bad, but I will say the parts are not great. It's pretty poor quality. So this brass fitting, it's a little T. I'll put a little video up that I recorded and was going to send to them. And it's got a hairline crack in it, and that's not ideal. The pump that I have before is only 20 psi, which they say you can go up to, but... And this is for the shower. Now, I chucked some PTFE tape around this because it had a leak, and I was tightening it up, and I could still see just a very slow leak still coming out of it. So another little turn, and this has just split on me. Okay, I don't know if you can see it in this light, but this is where it is cracked. Right around here. If you look inside, it's cracked all the way around the outside. And that's why it's obviously now dripping pretty bad. I've drained all the water down, it's just what's left in there, but yeah, I just turned it and it went. So these fittings aren't that great of quality. Right, I just got back from the plumbers merchants, and got some much better fittings compared to these. They've got the rubber seal in there already, and I fitted 2 straight away, no leaks. So definitely think it's worth investing in the better fittings, because over time I guess these will just give up, especially in a van when it's all over the place. So I'm just fitting the last one underneath the sink now to the other tap, and then switch it on and test it all, I guess. Have a good tidy up and get the hell out of there. I am fed up. So it has been about 2 weeks since the last footage that you've just seen, and we have been away. Like I said, we went to sort of our favourite spots, went down to Hurst Castle, came back through like Albury, and yeah, just went to some favourite spots to give this place a little test run, and it's not great news, I'm afraid. The worst part is the induction hob. She's too juicy. Even with doubling my battery size to 400 amp hour, which is a decent sized battery system, like, yeah, it should be good, but the amount this draws, it just drains the battery too much. The inverter and everything can keep up with it, but if my batteries are like below 40%, you're dipping below the 12 volt sort of region, and then obviously the inverter starts bleeping at you and you can't really use it, and that's on like setting 1, and it goes all the way up to like 9. So we're really not asking much from the induction hob. So I've still got my LPG bottle, and we are gonna put that back in. Yeah, ideally wanted to get rid of it, but here's what it is really. So this is obviously where the bubble system is, and then we had a platform here, so all of this was storage as well. So what I'm gonna have to do is move the tank and sort of flip it around and have it sit on this platform here, and then the LPG bottle will be going there with obviously a sort of box around it, just so it's protected and we're protected as well. And then just a gas hose running all the way through, kind of just following where the pipes go for the hot water system. Right, it has been a couple of days since I last recorded. Nothing else has happened apart from I've had a root canal, and wasn't too bad, to be fair, but holy shit, the next 2 days was awful. Agonising pain. But I think I'm out of the woods now, and I can get back to what I was doing. Let me show you. So I have moved the tank, like I said, and it now sits on that platform, and everything sort of comes up around into it. Definitely don't have any more room for storage here, that's for sure. But the gas bottle is in. Here we go. And that's where it's going to sit, which isn't bad, it's not terrible. What I've got to do today is obviously run the gas pipe, which I have run it. I've just got to do the connections this side and that side, and build a enclosure for it, so we are protected basically. I've got a dropout vent which I can fit in. I'm just trying to figure out at the moment the best way to do it, because ideally I'd like to put a platform in here so we've got a little bit of storage, and if we ever need to turn off the gas, we can just take whatever's on here, maybe pull up a little hatch just to turn the gas off. So I don't know why I like to make things harder for myself, but I always do. What I'm doing at the moment is fitting the LPG fill bottle, port, whatever you want to call it. It used to be on the side of the vehicle in 2 locations. I've now filled those. But what I thought would be a good idea would be to hide it where one of the old reflectors used to be. So this was literally almost hanging off anyway, so I popped it off, and then I thought, LPG thing here, and just sort of glue this onto the front cover of it, and then it's kind of hidden. Unnecessarily hidden, because why does it matter? But I don't know, thought it was a good idea, so I'm going to do it. And then do I put that on? And does it look shit? Yeah, I'll put it on. So the next thing I need to do for the LPG tank is put in a dropout vent. If you don't know, LPG, it's a heavy gas, so it falls to the floor. It never sort of rises. So this is why you have these on the floor. So if there is a leak, it will obviously drop to the floor and go out the nearest point, which would be this. Let me show you what I've been up to. So the container for the gas bottle is almost there now. The lid sits on this, and we're going to make like a little access hatch in it just to get to this if we ever need to. I've also put the screws in for the carbon monoxide detector, so that's going to sit right next to this gas tank and hopefully let us know if there's any leaks. But yeah, this is the lid for it. Like I say, just cut a little access hole in there, and then that's near enough done. Hi everyone, so as you can see from the footage, it starts to get a bit stressful for me towards the end of this build, with things not quite working out and just wanting to be off a drive and back out in nature. So I just wrapped up everything and I'm now going to show you what we did. So let's start with this thing. I ended up putting paint stripper all over it to get rid of the old paint, and then spraying it with some heat resistant paint from Screwfix. Best place to get it from, really. It's just kind of no nonsense heat resistant spray paint. So it's actually got quite a nice little rough texture to it. You know, it's not smooth, which is quite nice. It is getting a little bit marked here and there, but I don't mind that sort of thing. Obviously yet to fire it all up yet because it's so bloody hot. And yeah, still need to get some wood to put in the wood storage area, but I'm really happy with how this turned out. And yeah, we did bring it back down a little bit in height just so we could get to the locks and everything. Quite tempted to maybe get like a metal plate just to put here for any hot ash coming out. That's probably a good idea. And we put a little centre support in the middle, just in case there was any chance of it dropping down, but there's not. So for the shower, I just went around and siliconed all around the top and the bottom and added the extractor fan. However, I still need to wire a little switch up to this, but it's 90% done. And just added a nice little mirror, a little catch which goes all the way through. So if we're inside or outside, we can lock it all. A handle just to close the door as well, but also acts obviously as a little towel roll. So the slats turned out really great for the floor. I'll put a little bit of footage up now of roughly what I did. I think I only captured a little bit of it, but yeah, that's working great. I just need to get a grill for the heat vent that comes into here, and then that's that done. And also those two there, they just need a little cover over them. Desk turned out really nice. We just bought another pole, which is a little bit higher. I need to cut it and sort of chamfer the edges so they all slot in. But yeah, really happy with this. We use it all the time. It pretty much just stays there. It's not too in our way, and we can still get to our little techie drawer, which again, has turned out brilliant. For now, this is done as far as I'm concerned. There are going to be things that I do on the road. Like I said, I want to bring out content for you guys, so like fitting the projector screen, everything like that, that'd be like another video, but I will get around to doing it. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this little build series. I probably will do a little proper van tour eventually. This was just to show you guys eventually what this place looked like, and I'm really happy with it now. I'm really proud of it. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Oh man, right, I'm nearly there. Oh, so hot. It's not enough.